What's going on, guys? This is Morey from the Erie Better Beer Bureau, and today I'm going to be reviewing Consecration from Russian River Brewing Company out of California. As most of you probably know, this is the brewing company who brews Pliny the Elder and Pliny the Younger, but other than his IPAs, he's pretty much known for his sour beers. I've had a handful of them. I haven't had all of them, but out of the ones that I've had so far, this one is my favorite. I've only had it one other time, and I'm really looking forward to having it again. So let's go ahead and get into it, shall we? This one here, I should mention as well, it is, I believe it's 9%. Okay, it's 10%. Consecration is aged in Cabernet Sauvignon barrels and with currants added. So there we go. Okay, this beer pours a beautiful, beautiful, like cranberry juice red color. Has really, really, really nice clarity. You can see some bigger bubble sizes kind of streaming upwards in the glass here. Let me hold it to you and see if you guys can even get that. It initially poured with a little over a finger of just a kind of cream colored, very, very light beige colored head, but with most barrel-aged beers and sour beers, the head settles very quickly, it dissipates, and this one is just a thin and spotty layer now. Oh, lots of like, well, you're hit with the tartness immediately, and then it's kind of like there's definitely a red grape, cranberry, black currant kind of fruitiness in there, almost like a dry, really dry red wine. Almost like a little bit of like a vinegar type of smell in there as well. The oak comes through nicely from the barrels. Definitely, I mean, this is a complex smelling beer. You want to pour it into, you know, some type of either a snifter or a tulip or a stemless wine glass, or even one with a stem. Something, I chose something that kind of tapers in at the top here, so you can really just, it concentrates the aromas towards the top. You can really take it all in. Alright guys, cheers for the taste on the Consecration by Russian River. Really nice. That tartness hits you immediately. Kind of, you know, sweeps its way over the palate, opens up the taste bud and makes your mouth water. I mean, that's what happens when you sip a sour beer. There's some tamer sours out there on the market that don't do that, but this, you know, this is an intense sourness. So I don't know if I'd go for this beer if you've never had a sour before. There are probably some ones you could try first before diving head first into this one, but it's awesome. Really, really nice tartness right up front. And behind that are the dried, like, tart fruit characters. Red grapes, currants, definitely the similar tartness that you get in a cranberry juice, only way more intense. Very much like a very complex red wine. I mean, I hate to keep comparing this beer to like a wine, but that's really kind of the best way to describe what this beer tastes like, to tell you the truth. It definitely has the complexity, and you sip it like you sip on a wine. Definitely the oak is noticeable in this beer for sure, both in the aroma and in the taste, but even more so in the taste. It's really fruity, it's really dry, it's puckering, it's really, really nice beer. Okay, so for my final thoughts on the Consecration by Russian River Brewing Company out of California, I'm going to go ahead and give this one a 4.5, guys. This is an amazing beer. It is just so different. I mean, you would never guess that this was a beer, you know, if you weren't well versed in different styles and stuff like that. if you think to yourself, I don't like beer, you know, I'm a wine drinker, well, you might want to try this one, especially if you're into drier wines. If you have family in California, or if you're taking a trip to California, or someone you know is taking a trip to California, tell them to be on the lookout for Russian River beers. Really unique stuff. Like I said, getting a 4.5 from me. I love this stuff. Until next time, guys, happy holidays. Cheers. So if you're really on top of it, you might be able to land